Welcome to third class on Unit 2, that is solution. So in first two classes where we have discussed about definition of solution, classification of solution on the basis of physical state of solvent and solute, and then different units of concentration of solution. So I have already told you that there are 8 different units which are available for expression of concentration of solution. We have already discussed mass percentage, volume percentage, mass volume percentage, parts per million, that is ppm, molality and molarity. So we have already discussed 6 different units and some numericals of expressing concentration of solution. So today I will discuss mainly on remaining 2 units of concentration. One is mole fraction and other is normality. So our 7th unit is mole fraction, which is denoted by capital X. So mole fraction is a unit which is used to express concentration of solution. Now what is mole fraction? Mole fraction is the ratio of number of moles and total number of moles present in the solution. So mole fraction term is used for binary solution, ternary solution, quaternary solution, etc. So all types of solution where concentration can be expressed in terms of mole fraction. Then according to definition, what is mole fraction? Mole fraction is the ratio of number of moles and total number of moles present in the solution. So definition of mole fraction is mole fraction is the ratio of number of moles and total number of moles. So ratio of number of moles to the total number of moles is known as mole fraction. Now if we consider a binary solution where 2 components are present, say this is component A and this is component B, and both of them are mixed together. So here A and B are present. Now if WA represent mass of A and WB represent mass of B, then number of moles of A, which is generally represented by Na, equal to mass by molar mass. Similarly, number of moles of B equal to Nb, equal to mass by its molar mass. So consider a binary solution where 2 components are present, A and B, where WA represent mass of A and WB represent mass of B, and they are mixed together. If MA represent molar mass of A and MB represent molar mass of B, then number of moles of A, which is denoted by Na, equal to mass by molar mass. Similarly, number of moles of B, Nb, equal to mass by molar mass. Now according to definition, total number of moles which is equal to Na plus Nb. So this is total number of moles. Now, mole fraction of A which is generally represented by XA equal to number of moles Na and total number of moles Na plus Nb. Similarly, mole fraction of B Xb equal to its number by its total number by total number, and always sum of mole fraction equal to 1. So again, what is mole fraction? Mole fraction is the ratio of number of moles by total number of moles. Now mole fraction of A, which is denoted by XA, equal to number of moles Na, total number of moles Na plus Nb. Similarly, mole fraction of B Xb equal to again number of moles of B divided by total number of moles of B, and always sum of mole fraction equal to 1. So if mole fraction of one component is known, then mole fraction of other component can be easily calculated using this relation, provided if mole fraction of one component is known. So write this expression. Okay, so these two relations are used for binary solution, that is solution where two components present. Now if any solution where three components are present, then also fraction can also expressed in a similar way. So for three components, mole fraction of A equal to again number of moles divided by total number of moles. Similarly, mole fraction of B, number of moles divided by total number of moles, and similarly mole fraction of C equal to again number of moles divided by total number of moles. So mole fraction of A equal to number of moles of A divided by total number of moles. Mole fraction of B equal to number of moles of B divided by total number of moles, and also mole fraction of C equal to number of moles of C divided by total number of moles. So here three components present. So here mole fraction of 3 equal to 1. Mole fraction of 3 equal to 1. Always sum of mole fraction equal to 1. So these three relations are used for finding mole fraction of three components in a solution, that is ternary solution. So here is advantage of mole fraction. Since mole fraction is related to number of moles means mass. So mole fraction value does not change with temperature. That is, mole fraction is independent of temperature. Very important. That is, on increasing or decreasing temperature, the value of mole fraction remains same. So, mole fraction value, like molality, does not change with temperature. Only molarity changes with temperature, because molarity term is related with volume. So next we consider some numericals from mole fraction. Numericals from mole fraction. So first numerical is 2.46. So first numerical is, so this is NCERT question. NCERT question. Calculate the mole fraction of ethylene glycol formula C2H4O2 in a solution containing 20% of ethylene glycol by mass. So, to find out mole fraction of ethylene glycol, first of all, it is necessary to find out number of moles, because mole fraction depends only on number of moles. Now, number of moles of ethylene glycol equal to mass of ethylene glycol divided by molar mass. So its formula is C2H6O2. So its molar mass equal to 2 into 12 plus 6 into 1 plus 2 into 16. 2 into 16. So 32 plus 6, 38 plus 24. So altogether 62 gram per mole. So this is molar mass of ethylene glycol. Now in this solution, 20% ethylene glycol by mass means WW means 20 gram of ethylene glycol present in 80 gram of water, because it is in terms of mass. So mass of ethylene glycol is 20 and molar mass of ethylene glycol is 62. So this is number of moles. Similarly, number of moles of water. So here 20 ethylene glycol, so the remaining 80 will be water. So molar mass of water is 18. So this is number of moles of ethylene glycol and also number of moles of water. So number of moles of ethylene glycol equal to 0.322 mole and number of moles of ethylene glycol water equal to 4.444 mole. So number of moles of both are ready. So mole fraction of ethylene glycol equal to number of moles of ethylene glycol divided by total number of moles according to formula. So number of moles of ethylene glycol equal to 0.322 and total number of moles equal to 0.322 plus 4.444. So if we divide both of them, then we get value of 0.068. So this is mole fraction of ethylene glycol. And we know that sum of 2 equal to 1. So what is mole fraction of water? 1 minus mole fraction of ethylene glycol. So 1 minus 0.068. So which is equal to 0.932. 0.932. So in this numerical, we are 20% of ethylene glycol by mass. So mass of ethylene glycol is 20 and molar mass of ethylene glycol from its formula is 62. So number of moles of ethylene glycol equal to 0.322. Similarly, number of moles of water. So here 20% ethylene glycol, so remaining 80% is water. So 18 molar mass of water is 18. So 80 by 18 equal to 2. So here molar mass of ethylene glycol from its formula equal to 62. So mole fraction of ethylene glycol equal to number by total number. So number equal to 0.322, total number equal to 0.322 plus 4.444. So which is equal to 0.068. Now we know that sum of mole fraction equal to 1. So 1 minus ethylene glycol equal to mole fraction of water, which is equal to, so this is mole fraction of ethylene glycol and this is mole fraction of water. Okay, so write this question. So this numerical for two component. So our next numerical we consider three component system. So next we consider question number 2. So our next question is from three component system, that is a solution is of 25% water, 25% ethanol and 50% acetic acid by mass. Calculate mole fraction of each component. So first of all, for calculation of mole fraction, it is necessary to find out number of moles of each component. So number of moles of water equal to mass of water equal to 25, molar mass of water equal to 18. Now second, number of moles of ethanol equal to mass of ethanol 25 and molar mass of ethanol. So this is formula of ethanol. So 2 carbon, 2 into 12 plus 6 hydrogen, 6 into 1 plus 1 oxygen, 16. So 24 plus 6 plus 16, 46. And finally number of moles of acetic acid. So here 50% acetic acid. So by mass, so 50 by molar mass of acetic acid. So this is formula of acetic acid. So here 2 carbon, 2 into 12, 4 hydrogen, 4 into 1 plus 2 oxygen, 2 into 32. So which is equal to 60. So this is number of moles of water, number of moles of ethanol and number of moles of acetic acid. Now if we calculate all this, then value of this one is 3.88, this one is 0.543 and this one is 0.833. So this is number of moles of water, number of moles of ethanol and number of moles of acetic acid. Now apply these values in our general formula of mole fraction for three component system. So mole fraction of water equal to number of moles of water divided by total number of moles, which is equal to 1.388 by 1.388 plus 0.543 plus 0.833. So if we take value, then we get 0.502. So this is mole fraction of water. Now mole fraction of ethanol. Formula is number of moles of ethanol divided by again total number of moles. So number of moles of ethanol is 0.543. Total number of moles 1.388 plus 0.543 plus 0.833. So if we calculate its value, then we get 0.196. And finally, mole fraction of acetic acid equal to number of moles of acetic acid by sum of 3. Number of moles of acetic acid 0.833 by 1.388 plus 0.543 plus 0.833. So if we calculate the value, then we get 0.302. So this is mole fraction of water. This is mole fraction of ethanol, and this is mole fraction of acetic acid. So if two component, three component or four component system is present, first of all it is necessary to find out number of moles of each component by dividing mass by molar, respective molar mass. Then we get their number of moles, and then apply this in their general formula. What is mole fraction of water? Number by total number. Mole fraction of ethanol, its number by total number. Mole fraction of acetic acid, its number by total number. So we apply their respective values, then we get, this is for mole fraction of water, this one for mole fraction of ethanol, and last one mole fraction of acetic acid. So this is all about mole fraction. So next we consider our last unit, which is normality. Normality is generally denoted by capital N or gram equivalent per liter. It is denoted by capital N or gram equivalent per liter. Now, what is normality? It is defined as normality is the number of gram equivalent of solute present per liter of solution. What is normality? Normality is the number of gram equivalent of solute present per liter of solution. So this is general formula of normality. Normality is the number of gram equivalent of solute present per liter of solution. Now what is number of gram equivalent of solute? Number of gram equivalent equal to mass of solute divided by equivalent mass of solute. Equivalent mass of solute. So number of gram equivalent of solute equal to mass of solute divided by equivalent mass of solute. So number of gram equivalent of solute can be replaced by mass of solute by equivalent mass of solute. So our second formula of normality is equal to mass of solute divided by equivalent mass of solute into volume of solution in liter. So for finding normality of a solution, it is necessary to know mass of solute, also equivalent mass of solute and volume of solution in liter. So if these three terms are known, then we can easily find out normality of a solution. Now here a disadvantage. This is because normality, like molarity, their volume term is related, and we know that value of volume changes with changing temperature. So value of normality changes with changing temperature, that is increasing or decreasing temperature. So this is disadvantage of normality. So value of both molarity and normality changes with temperature because their volume term is related. Now here a new term for us, which is called equivalent mass of solute. What is equivalent mass of solute? So definition of equivalent mass is different for acid, for base and also for salt. For acids, equivalent mass equal to molar mass by basicity. Molar mass by basicity. For example, say HCl, where equivalent mass is molar mass of HCl is 35.5 plus 1, so 36.5. And basicity means number of replaceable hydrogen equal to 1. So equivalent mass is 36.5. For oxalic acid, equivalent mass is molar mass. What is formula of oxalic acid? COOH, COOH with 2 water. So this is formula of oxalic acid. So if we take total mass, molar mass, then which is equal to 126. And basicity means replaceable hydrogen is 2. So equivalent mass is 63. So for acids, equivalent mass equal to molar mass divided by basicity. Basicity means number of replaceable hydrogen. So here oxalic acid, molar mass 126, replaceable hydrogen 2, that is basicity. So equivalent mass is 63. So if we put equivalent mass here and mass of solute and volume of solution in liter, then we get normality. So method of calculation of equivalent mass for acid equal to molar mass divided by basicity. What is basicity? Number of replaceable hydrogen. If 1, then basicity is 1. If 2, then basicity is 2. So this formula is valid for acid. So this is for acids. Now we consider equivalent mass for bases. For base, equivalent mass equal to molar mass by acidity, means number of OH group present. So this is equivalent mass for bases. Molar mass by acidity. Acidity means number of OH group present. So let us consider two examples. Number 1 for NaOH. What is its equivalent mass? Molar mass by acidity. Molar mass of NaOH is 40 and acidity means number of OH group is 1. So equivalent mass is 40. For calcium hydroxide, which is a strong base, its equivalent mass is molar mass. Calcium 40, 2 OH, So 74. Acidity, number of OH group 2. So equivalent mass equal to 37. So for bases, equivalent mass equal to molar mass by acidity. Acidity means number of OH group present. For sodium hydroxide, where OH group is 1, means acidity is 1. So equivalent mass equal to 40 by 1, so 40. For calcium hydroxide, where equivalent mass equal to molar mass by 2, because molar mass of calcium hydroxide is 74 and number of replaceable OH, that is acidity equal to 2, so equivalent mass is 37. So this is formula of equivalent mass of bases. Next we consider equivalent mass for salts. For salts, equivalent mass equal to molar mass divided by number of metal atoms into its valency. So this is formula for equivalent mass of salt. Molar mass divided by number of metal atoms into valency of metal atoms. So this is formula for determination of equivalent mass of salts. So let us consider two examples. So first we consider a simple example. Sodium bicarbonate, which is a salt. So equivalent mass of sodium bicarbonate equal to molar mass of sodium bicarbonate 84, and number of metal atom equal to 1, and valency of sodium is 1, so 84. So if we sum up sodium 23, hydrogen 1, carbon 12 and 3 oxygen 48. So altogether molar mass of sodium bicarbonate is 84 and number of metal atom here 1 and valency of metal atom is also 1. So equivalent mass of sodium bicarbonate, which is a salt, bisalt, and its equivalent mass is 84. So next we consider another example. Sodium carbonate, which is a example of salt. So equivalent mass of sodium carbonate, molar mass, 2 sodium 2 into 23, 1 carbon 12, 3 oxygen 48. So altogether 106. Number of metal atom, here number of metal atom equal to 2, and we know that valency of sodium is 1. So 53, equivalent mass of sodium carbonate, which is a salt, and is equal to 53. So this is all about normality. First of all, what is normality? Normality is the number of gram equivalent of solute present per liter of solution. Since here volume term is related, so value of normality changes with temperature like molarity. Now what is number of gram equivalent of solute? It is equal to mass of solute divided by equivalent mass. So if mass of solute is divided by equivalent mass, then we get number of gram equivalent. So number of gram equivalent of solute can be replaced by mass of solute by equivalent mass of solute. So to find out normality, it is necessary for you to know the value of mass of solute and also equivalent mass of solute and also volume of solution in liter. Now this is a new term for us, equivalent mass of solute. So equivalent mass term is different from acid, base and salt. For acids, equivalent mass equal to molar mass divided by basicity, means number of replaceable hydrogen. For bases, equivalent mass equal to molar mass divided by acidity, means number of OH group present. And for salts, equivalent mass equal to molar mass divided by number of metal atom into its valency. So these three are formula for finding equivalent mass of acid, base and salts. So if we substitute mass of solute, equivalent mass of solute and also volume of solution in liter, then we can easily find out normality. Now value of normality, like molarity, changes with temperature. So this is all about 8 different units of concentration of solution. So in our next class, I will discuss about numerical part of normality. Okay, thank you.